Hill against Rozier. And here is DiVincenzo to tie it up. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Batum's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here he goes. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Crucial points in this game. Remember that play.
Milwaukee trails by 5. And Jason Kidd is called timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Korver. Antetokounmpo comes in for Wesley Matthews. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for Donte DiVincenzo. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Hill. Miles Bridges, he's checked in for Charlotte. Malik Monk comes in for Rozier. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Jason Kidd went over with his team. He told his guys, I need you all to come together right now on both ends. This game is not over. You need to go out there and take control now. We'll see how it looks coming out of the timeout. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the shot is good. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, feeling very comfortable taking a big shot when his team needs it. That's a sign of how Antetokounmpo has matured recently.
And they're able to recover. Lopez, a screen on Monk. Here's Giannis. Bridges with the board. Bridges has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Walker. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Bridges against Middleton. Lopez, a screen on Monk. Bounce pass from Bledsoe. Fades. Hornets with the rebound. 1:04 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Walker. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And a clutch player since high school. Walker feels like the ball should be in his hands in those big moments. And it looks like the coach agrees.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Hornets.
Guys, they've done everything they can in this one to just dominate that backboard offensively and keeping control of the ball and then converting.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort. And there's the ice cream with the apple pie, folks. Excellent trip up the floor to stretch this lead out.
Here's Giannis. And he gets it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
A second chance effort. Can't hit that one.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And, you know, the pure combination of speed and confidence makes Walker a great talent. He feels like he can go toe-to-toe against anybody and never backs up.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Here's Giannis. There's Giannis with the slam.
Man, the attitude of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. Really what you want to see in your team's best player. He's a guy that doesn't back down when the game gets tight and things are on the line.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game.
Not enough ticks left on the clock to save them tonight.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Nails the tray.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team-first guy.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Gets the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
Timeout called, the Bucks. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. What do you think, guys?
And I don't think they'll be able to climb out of this hole.
You know, maybe working on their 60-second drill, even if it doesn't pay off tonight, maybe for the future.
Middleton for 3. Monk grabs the board. So it's the Hornets picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean,
George finds Noel. Kicks it out to Schroeder. To Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
and that wasn't easy, but he takes pride in being able to hit contested shots.
And it's Burke with the ball for Philadelphia. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Timeout called, 76ers. And the 76ers with some changes. O'Quinn's checked in. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Josh Richardson. Then for the Thunder, Green comes in for Noel. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brett Brown said to his team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Now here's Simmons. And the officials have called the illegal screen right there.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
Knocks it loose and stolen by Simmons. For the finish, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Off to the races and able to score before the defense could set up.
Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Adams with the screen on Harris. And Adams with the slam.
Remains calm and collected. Adams refuses to let the moment be too big.
Here's Simmons. Lays it up off the glass. Simmons got 22.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
There's 1:26 left in the game. Embiid, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And you know, George is a tough cover. The length, the range, smooth athlete, very difficult to match up with.
Both good from the line that time.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Down low. There's Embiid. Good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Now, here's George. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1. And George drops them both.
Needed those and got them. Terrific job at the line under pressure.
Timeout called, 76ers. Simmons against Westbrook. To the middle. It's stolen by Adams. To take the lead.
Oh, he just erases the shot there with a well-timed block.
Here's Simmons. Money!
I mean, he's just making the D look foolish. I mean, that was one heck of a move to get himself the space he needed to operate.
And how about the slam to finish it off? Not too shabby either.
I gotta tell you what, safe to say that was a good-looking play from start to finish.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. In terms of strategy here, any thoughts?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
.29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
Westbrook finds Adams. Oklahoma City moving it around. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Harris against George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Getting another opportunity here to see that powerful rejection.
And guys, they'll think twice about attempting that shot again. That was a big-time rejection. And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And he steps up and knocks them down, making it a 2-possession game.
Diallo kicks to Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there was some
.137 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Gay. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Pass to Bagley. And stolen by Murray. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Here's Gay. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 3 assists tonight. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for San Antonio.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
There's White. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. Out to White. 5 on the clock. Aldridge is free. Takes the 13-footer. Got it!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Holmes with it. He's picked up by White. Holmes passes to Bielitsa. And here is Dedmon.
Look, you want to get that ball inside because anytime you do, the odds of getting to the free throw line go up.
He sinks the clutch free throw. And some changes here for the Kings. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Bielitsa. Hield comes in for Rashad Holmes. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Willie Cauley-Stein. San Antonio also making some changes. Damari Carroll comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's DeRozan in for DeJounte Murray. Can't sink it. And that was an important free throw.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock.
It's in!
Turning up the temperature on his intensity that time. DeRozan getting it done in the big-time moments.
Timeout, Kings. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
A critical possession, no doubt. We'll see what they draw up.
"17 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Barnes.
And, a strong physical defender, when Carroll's in the area, he's got good timing to block shots.
And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Here's Bagley to the left wing. Outside, Fox. Oh, that shot had a chance, but no good. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment.
Crawford looking over the floor. On the wing, Booker got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
Fellas, 1 second quicker, and that's going the other way.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Green, he's checked in for Noel. Paul George comes in for Robertson. And Diallo subbed in for Dennis Schroeder. And then for Phoenix, Beasley's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Shot clock at 6. Here's Ayton. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, and after the way they fought back into it here in the fourth, that would have been a big bucket for them. Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Shard just screen on Westbrook. Beasley outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Westbrook. Rebound by the Suns. Rubio's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Beasley. Saric in the corner. To tie it up. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Green with a screen on Rubio. Here's Westbrook, and Westbrook throws it down.
He never tamps down the intensity. Westbrook keeps pushing to keep him in this.
Phoenix trails by 4. Saric just screen on Westbrook. Here's Rubio. It counts, and he has brought them to within 2 points.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Westbrook passes to Diallo. Here's Green. Yes!
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
So it's Phoenix now, following the score by Oklahoma City.
He is a great kid. I love to see this from Aiden, stepping up in the big moment, letting his talent take over.
Now here's Diallo. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
We've got a 9-second difference between...
Yes, sir. Come on, bring it. They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
And the Suns call time here. They're trailing by 4. And let's get your take, guys. What's the strategy?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
$19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Kicks it out to Rubio. It drops. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
The best way to spread out this defense is for Rubio to hit a few more of these.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And you know what? Who knows? If you miss it at the strike, and they're right there within range. You know, late game free throws are a lot different than early game free throws in terms of making.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Absolutely massive free throw. That'll force them into a 3-point attempt.
Saric passes to Ayton. He's off from 3. So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment. Curry against Jackson. Now here's Curry. Tight defense on him. Cousins with a screen on Jackson. Curry outside. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Pass to Redick. Stolen by Thompson. By himself. Thompson running the floor.
Oh, you just love love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
From 11 feet away, Green with the rebound. This could be a turning point.
Critical possession right here.
Durant finds Curry. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. It's tipped. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. And so they foul intentionally.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
He hits the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
Holiday with the 3. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but, you know.
Seven seconds left in the fourth.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. And as always, GA, some very exciting players entering the league. Any rookies to you stand out so far?
Well, first overall pick, Ben Simmons. He's basically a 6'10" point guard who's great defensively. I also really like Jaylen Brown and Brandon Ingram. Both can really put the ball in the basket.
The Hawks trailing. Herter with a screen on Simmons. Poke loose. And Young kicks to Herter to take the lead. And Embiid pulls it down.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
And scoring was maybe the only question about Simmons coming into the league, and now proving the doubters wrong about that.
Here's Young, another bucket. Wow! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Simmons working it over. Pass to Harris. Over to the wing. Embiid, the pass to Richardson. 5 to shoot. Buries it down low. And the 76ers lead by 4.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Hunter sets a screen for Young. Good, he hits again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Here's Embiid, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Alex Len picks one up.
And this is no timid rookie. Embiid will come right at you. He drew a lot of fouls in college.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
And when you see Joel Embiid, a well-built 7-footer, the guy looks like a star. You throw in his skill, and you can imagine superstar in his future.
And the 76ers making a change here. Butler's checked in. And he's good on the second.
He missed a chance to put him up by 3. You know he'd like to have that one back.
Here's Young, and good, he hits it again.
And he's inching closer to the mark of 4th most 60-point games ever.
It is so rare to see a player who can dominate a matchup as often as he has in his career. Harris against Hunter. Pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. Over Len. The 76ers again can't hit it. And it's Parker with the ball, bringing it up for Atlanta. The kick out to Young. Parker outside. Hunter against Simmons to take the lead. Rebound by the 76ers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
Count the basket and the foul. It's going to be on Trae Young.
That's just sheer strength right there. Try to tie Simmons down all you want, but this guy fights hard for every basket.
Collins checked in for Parker. That one misses for Simmons. The Hawks have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. And finished off by Collins.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
To the inside. Here's Embiid. Embiid absorbs the contact on the finish.
Big shot by a big man. Embiid loves being the go-to guy in these spots.
On its way from Young for two, and the Hawks getting another basket right there.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
The drive by Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Hey, when you go in there, you better finish strong, and he did.
Hawks have gotten things started superbly in overtime, hitting 5 of the first 7 shots. Len with a screen on Simmons. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Young, no good. And here are the 76ers now. The lead is 2. Simmons passes to Embiid. Over Collins. Embiid, no good.
Take what's available. Use the fadeaway when the defender's there on it.
To the paint. The kick out to Young. Good! A huge shot to tie it up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Timeout called, 76ers. Young against Simmons. Embiid is at the elbow. Over Len. Count it!
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. What do you think we're going to see here?
I think you attack the rim here, get the ball close to the goal, and that way, even if you miss, you might have a chance for the putback.
From deep, Herter. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot, no good. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what?
Now, here's Fournier. Inside. Knocked loose. Vucevic. The Cavaliers pull it in. Thompson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Back to Grant. Clarkson surveying the floor. Mirotic, a screen on Ross. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will take it.
Huge turnover. At really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
So both teams changing it up here. Orlando trails by 4. Down low. And Vucevic throws it down.
And Vucevic is just a gamer, somebody who accepts the responsibility of coming up big when his team needs it.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Knight with a screen on Augustine. Up against Jefferson. And Cleveland turns it over again. .137 left here in the fourth quarter. To the paint. Here's Vucevic, and he hits it to tie the game up. Vucevic has got 16 points here in the second half. 1:27 left to play here in the fourth. Here's Clarkson. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, you know what? This is what becoming a leader is all about. Clarkson taking charge at the end.
To the inside. Here's Vucevic, and Vucevic throws it down.
And Vucevic is really good about playing nerveless basketball. In other words, he's not going to let anything bother him. He's under control, he's calm, he's composed, and he's confident, and that lets him deliver when it matters most. Love, a poised leader willing to step up and knock down the big shots.
Clarkson against Augustine. Pass to Vucevic.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Yeah, I agree with you there, but at least they did get the clock stopped. That is the one saving grace of that situation.
And Cleveland making a change here. Mirotic is checked in. That one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
He's basically automatic from the line, not the guy you want to send there now.
Clarkson passes to Mirotic. Lobbed up there for Love. It's stolen by Jefferson. To the middle, trying to find Vucevic. Gets it to him. Over Love. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Free throw drops for Vucevic.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Any ideas on strategy being discussed right now in that huddle?
And if you can get a 3, shoot it. Otherwise, get the quick 2 and a foul.
Either way, they got to score the ball.
Right for 3. The shot, no good. They foul intentionally. That's what they have to do at this point.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So the first one drops, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. And dishes to Mba Amute. Right for three. It's not going to go for him. Nice D from Fournier. And they're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Right for 3, misses. So the Magic win it. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good.
Here's Jackson. Anderson outside. Back to Jackson. And Jones now. It's out the key. It's stolen by Smith. The finish. And it's Smith finishing it off.
In a game this close, this late, that kind of D is clutch.
It is. And then, Greg, to go in for the flush. That could be a backbreaker.
Well, you know, it certainly swings the energy and the momentum in one team's favor. That's basically a 4 or 5 point swing, which is huge.
And what's your take, guys, on the hustle sticks for the Knicks?
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Julius Randle. And Morris subbed in for Taj Gibson. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Fizdale talking to his team. Now, he told his guys they can do this. In the huddle, he said, we've been here before and come back. So we know we can do this. We just have to believe. Inspiring words. We'll see if they live up to them. Guys?
Thank you, David. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Excellent use of size there by Valanciunas. Reaching out and just swatting that shot away. And how about Valanciunas coming through here? When it's a big possession, giving it to him is a great idea.
And there's the call on Jones. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, he'll head to the line for 2. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Boy, the speed and shooting Smith possesses is dangerous. I mean, a speedy point guard who continues to get better.
And he ends up making the second, and that puts them up by 5.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Jones dishes to Valanciunas. It's rebounded by New York. They've led by as many as 11 points. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Seconds left in the game. Outside for Jackson. Brooks, the pass to Jones. Takes the three. No good that time. And Barrett has got the ball here for New York. 7-point differential. And so it's the Knicks with the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless. And
Take a
taking
break.
a quick look here, guys, at the hustle
Two
stats
shots.
for the Warriors.
I like their defense tonight, and we don't talk about that side of the ball enough. You can really change a game when you get a bunch of steals and get out in transition.
The shooting's been great, but also how about the energy level? That's what's impressed me the most. They've been getting it up and down in transition, and that takes effort.
So for the Suns, Sharks checked in for Aaron Baines. Beasley comes in for Kelly Oubre, and it's Booker in for Ricky Rubio. And the Warriors also making a change. Durant's checked in. And so Jamal Crawford nails both of them.
And how big was that? He is just so reliable, so confident at the free throw line.
Curry, a screen on Beasley. Out to the right wing. Cousins, no good. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Teague, 2 from Crawford. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. KD dishes to Curry. Pass to Cousins, to the paint. Here's KD. Excellent D there from Beasley.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Now here's Curry. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Inside. Here's Cousins. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. The Suns call time. What an opportunity here.
Yeah, chance to take the lead. This is huge.
Crawford looking over the floor to take the lead. No good from three-point territory. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. Here's KD. Oh, couldn't sink the shot, and we're going to overtime. And regulation now complete. We will go to overtime. And we'll be back with you right after this. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest.
Here we go.
Now here's Crawford to take the lead. And it's Durant with the rebound. Durant's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Back to Cousins. Rebound by the Suns. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Sharge, and slam dunk by Sharge.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
So it's the Warriors now, after the Suns pick up 2. Here's Cousins, lock at 6, and Cousins throws it down.
Cousins imposing his will that time against pretty good defense.
And so Crawford will bring it up for Phoenix. Pass to Ayton. Now Booker. No good on the shot. Good D by Thompson. Cousins, the pass to Thompson. From the arc. Thompson with the 3. Well, despite losing in the finals, the Warriors are coming off a 73-win season, GA. And I guess my question is Golden State the NBA's next dynasty?
Oh, absolutely. You look at their all-star core. With that kind of talent, I'd say they're the title favorites for the next few years.
And it's Ayton missing. Warriors leading by 3. Curry with it. Now guarded by Booker. Green with a screen on Booker. Curry from deep three-point land. Crawford with the rebound. The Suns have gone 1 of 4 from the field in the overtime period so far. Booker outside. Booker in stride. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Thompson.
Good things happen when you attack like Booker there.
First one falls for him. Ricky Rubio checked in for Jamal Crawford. Both free throws good from Booker.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Curry deciding where to go with it. Off target from outside.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Floats it up for Cousins. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Thompson against Beasley. Thompson passes to Curry. The tray. Curry from 3.
When you need a big bucket, Curry knows exactly how to come through. Clutch.
Curry against Rubio. And Ayton throws it down.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
Well, I tell you what, that's the play we'll remember if they can put together a little surge to break this game open.
Now here's Curry. Outside, Green. Here's Cousins. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Ayton.
Well, for his position, DeMarcus Cousins has a great build, capable of being a physical big man, but also pretty agile for his size and able to adapt to his opponent.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And I don't need to tell you guys, those free throws are big. 2-possession game now.
Rubio taking his time here. Here's Beasley. He can't get that one. Nice defense from KD. Gotten 6 points by way of the 3-point shot in overtime. They're 2 of 4 on their attempts from deep.
Boy, for Cousins, that's really a simple, strong throwdown. Part of his normal operation.
Here is Rubio. The Warriors making the shot. Nice D from Cousins. Curry against Rubio. Let's go. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Sharge finds Rubio. Beasley outside. Pass to Booker. Good D by Thompson. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
A taller guard with a quick trigger, Klay Thompson, is also an impressive perimeter defender and playmaker.
And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Phoenix calls timeout. 32 seconds left in the first overtime. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
I agree with you. Time is not on their side, but that's really their only hope, so I'm sure that's what they'll try to do.
Here's Booker. Pass to Sharge. Over Green. The shot by Sharge, no good. Here's the Warriors with the ball. They're on a 14-4 run. Durant against Beasley. So we see the Warriors get the win here. They escaped with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game.